I've used this metaphor so many times in my life as I ask an audience, when you have an orange and you squeeze an orange, what comes out? And the answer, of course, is orange juice. And the reason that orange juice comes out when you squeeze an orange is because it's an orange. That's what's inside of an orange. So, and the same thing is true of you. You can't squeeze an orange and get grapefruit juice. There's just no possibility. You can't squeeze an orange and get plum juice. You just can't do it. And when someone squeezes you and which is what your parents do, and put pressure on you and make you feel whatever it is that you feel, and out of you comes anger and resentment and bitterness and fear and all of the stuff that comes out because you've been squeezed, it's not because of who did the squeezing. Orange juice doesn't come out of an orange because of who squeezes it or how they squeeze it. It comes out because that's what's inside. So you have the ability to change what's inside. And what's inside of you is stuff that you have been carrying around in there about your parents that is a part of your subconscious training. And you can shift your subconscious training at any moment in your life. I've been doing this with certain things in my life right now for the last year or so, changing some habits that I have had for a lifetime. That I have behaved in certain, I'm not even going to say what they are because some of them are just so silly. They're just personal little things. And I've never been able to change them. And I've just made a conscious decision. I remember when I decided to change biting my fingernails when I was back in college. And everyone said how hard that is. I remember what it was when I quit smoking and when I quit alcohol and so on. And you have the same kinds of habits. And you have allowed the parents squeezing you to allow something other than love to come out of you. And this is going to be a great test for you. So, and if you find yourself when you're in their presence and they say something, you find yourself getting really pissed off and they've just said this and it just really upsets you, you instantly just make that conversion within your mind and say, nope, I'm going to only send love. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Dad. That's a great suggestion. I never thought of that before, regardless, because I am not going to allow myself to be in this place with them, and I'm only going to allow to come out of me what's inside. And what's inside is what you choose to put there as a result of your deciding that my subconscious mind is no longer going to be operating out of those habits that don't work for me. Those habits got you into the need to have recovery in the first place.
Right.
That's why you went to alcohol. That's why you went to drugs, whatever it was that you went to, because you were looking for something external to yourself in order to allow yourself to feel good. But it never works, does it? It just doesn't work. So what you want to do is go to something within you that will keep you on the road not only of your recovery, but your recovery isn't for you. Your recovery is so that you can become this instrument of love and help other people. Okay, you got a line in the sand, all right? Yeah. And on one side of the line is you, yeah. And on the other side of the line is your mother and father and other relatives who are, let's just say, not aligned the same way that you are, okay? Right. Let's just say that. So I want you to stay on your side of the line, okay?
Right.
But I want you to understand that you can send anything over to anybody else on the other side of that line anytime without you having to go over there or without having you have them come to you. And all you have to do, you don't have to cross the line in the sense of going over there and having them in your face. You never have to have that, You don't have to choose to have somebody there who is abusive towards you or who's aligned in a different way or who isn't honest or, who's, whatever they are. Because there's lots and lots of people like that. I've got deals like that going on in my own family, in my own family with my own children. On the other hand, I want to send her as much love as I possibly can. And I do that on a regular, and you can do that. You can do that not with just sending spiritual love. You can do it physically as well. You can send flowers. And you can send books, and you can, without opening the floodgate and allowing that energy to come back, and you can do just as much good, not only for them, but for yourself, by being this instrument of love. I've always used that quote of Jesus so often. I've heard it so many times said of him that when he would go into a village, just his presence in the village and nothing more would elevate the consciousness of everyone in the village. And I can never forget Mother Teresa and her... when she walked into a room and I saw the entire energy of the room change, and I saw myself do it yesterday or Saturday in Las Vegas when I walked into a room and was able to, by sending out just love to everyone in the room, I was able to see and feel the entire energy of that room change as I was walking in there. You can do that.
And if you can go to that infinite place and just, put love out there, from the very worst offenders to the just people who are speeding, to, people who are, jaywalking, to people who are assaulting others, everything out there, it's a cry for love. It's a cry to be back closer to God. And if you can do that and remind yourself of that and just extend a little kindness where brutality or anger or hatred or just being fed up just seems to take over, if you can do that, you're doing God's work.